Rocket Power, that classic early 2000s Nickelodeon series about skateboarding, surfing, and extreme sports, was a big part of many of our childhoods. I mean, wasn't it just so totally radical, extreme, and tubular? I'm sorry. Anyway, today it's time to gather around the Shore Shack and listen to some of the darker theories about the show. Theories that paint a much more sinister picture about our favorite skaters and I'm Kyle with Wicked Binge, and these are dark theories about rocket power that are super gnarly. I'm sorry, let's get started. Tito is Otto and Reggie's real father. Let's start with a theory that needs a bit of backstory. This shocking scenario grew from the fact that Otto and Regina have a different hair color and skin complexion than Raymundo. Basically, Ray is Anglo-Polynesian with blonde hair, but Otto and Reggie have darker hair and skin compared to their father. Now, you might think that they got the darker skin from their mother, Danielle. Well, many fans seem to think that Danielle is Caucasian. We can only see her in a scene that has a sepia filter on it, so the jury still seems to be out. Still, why would children born to two mostly Caucasian parents get the darker complexion and hair of a Pacific Islander? Recessive genes? Perhaps. Or Ray's best friend, Tito McConney, is their real father.
That's what happens when hot magma meets ocean water.
Just remember the episode titled Island of the Menehune. In this one, the Rocket Power gang, along with Ray and Tito, take part in Tito's family reunion in Oahu. It's revealed through flashbacks that Danielle was good friends with Tito's cousin, Gnarly. She stayed with the McConney family before meeting Ray. So, since Danielle was staying with the McConneys, it isn't far-fetched that Tito and Danielle knew each other before Danielle and Ray had met.
You said it, bro.
Also, they could easily have had some history together, and here's where it gets scandalous. Probably at multiple points during the Rockets' marriage, Tito and Danielle were seeing each other, and of course, Raymundo had no idea about it. At some point, Danielle died. That really depressed Ray. The only glimmer of happiness left in his life was the children that he believed were his. Tito could see that he was deeply depressed and struck with grief, so he vowed to never tell the truth about the lineage of Otto and Reggie. And he wanted to make things right. That's why he suggested Ray and his presumed children to join the family reunion.
The whole McConney bunch.
This way, he could set Ray up with his cousin, Gnarly. Now, this theory isn't universally accepted by Rocket Power fans,
Whatever.
but the ones who believe in it definitely feel pretty strongly about it. Just think about it. Neither Ray nor his kids know the truth behind their lineage, and Tito has to live with this lie until the day he dies. Man, Tito, you always seemed so trustworthy. How are you gonna go and put those ancient Hawaiian moves on Raymundo's wife? Why did Danielle die? Danielle Rocket and her death remain a dark mystery. Luckily, we have the internet. Or maybe, unfortunately, we have the internet. I don't know, you decide. Anyway, one of the most popular theories about Danielle states that she died in a freak accident involving scuba diving or surfing, since she was passionate about both of these hobbies. Now, some people are adamantly against this idea because Ray never seems to be wary of the ocean. Neither is he very protective about Otto and Reggie being in the water. Wouldn't he have been emotionally traumatized by his wife dying in the ocean? I feel like any parent that lost someone in that way would be way more overly protective of his children. Others are quick to point out that he might have made peace with the ocean a long time ago.
The most important thing is that you're all right.
While Ray doesn't seem like the guy to sign up for therapy, it might have been the thing to fix his phobia regarding the mighty waves. Another possible reason for Danielle's death is cancer. The flashbacks that you see in the series show Ray in quite a positive state for someone who had just recently lost his wife. If she had died suddenly, it's far more likely that he would have had situational depression. But since he's shown to be in a positive mood, he could have known about the possible death years in advance. And sometimes when the battle has been going on for so long, death can bring closure when the alternative is watching someone suffer. And then there's the third option. Ray seems to be really afraid of poodles, right? Maybe she was killed by an oversized, sadistic poodle. Well, maybe that last one is a bit ridiculous, but what do you think? Ray is a negligent father. It's all fun and games until you realize the harsh truth about rocket power. Ray Rocket is a 40-something burnt-out guy that doesn't seem to have a whole lot of agency when it comes to looking after his children. While he has 2 kids, they rarely enjoy time together because of Ray's job. But he does find time to spend with the Ocean Shores ladies. And it seems like the only time that he does spend time with his kids is when they're doing something that he already likes, like surfing. Let's go back to season 3. In the episode There's Something About Breezy, Ray falls in love with a new woman in Ocean Shores. He actually calls his kids Edgy and Rado, and their friends, I don't remember their names right now.
Edgy and Rado. Reggie and Otto. I don't remember their names right now.
I mean, come on, man. How does a random woman make him forget the names of his own children? Would you trust a guy like that with your kids? Yeah, we know the answer. Really, there's not much about Ray that would make him a great father figure to kids aged 11 and 12. It's not hard to see that if there would be a bigger crisis involving Otto and Reggie, he would be quite useless. Maybe he'd take a crack at fixing things after he was done surfing and chasing ladies. I mean, honestly, maybe he knows his kids are Tito's and his anger is manifesting in negligence. Tito, my man, look what you've done. Sam's deeper problems. Oh, Sam Dullard, what a poor guy. He's the new kid in town that never seems to fit in with the crowd. He's the only nerd in the group, which always makes him stick out and make the rest of the gang look super cool in comparison, and Sam really wants to fit in.
That's it! He's scared, like Sammy!
That's why he's constantly putting up with all the mocking he gets from his peers. I mean, they gave him a nickname, Squid. That's one of the worst things you could call a child who's having serious issues finding real friends. And what makes the whole theory about Sam's emotional abuse darker is the realization that maybe he isn't that much into extreme sports at all. Mostly, when you start to look at the series through this lens, you'll see that he's bullied into doing things that he's uncomfortable with. And all of this comes from aggressive peer pressure and a burning desire to get accepted by the cool kids. Seriously, Sam might need to get some counseling instead of doing another wacky thing for the approval of his peers.
Oh, I can't believe my son's a shredder.
And no wonder that Sam has some serious insecurities. His dad is a jerk who doesn't give him adequate attention while failing to show him any emotional affection at all.
Hey, Sammy! Hello from Kansas!
Instead, he tries to pay his way into Sam caring about him as a father. But all of this comes at a big price. Sam never had a father that would provide him with unconditional love. And truthfully, this negligence will likely lead to some negative things later in life that we already see manifesting in the show. Like his lack of confidence, all because of the lack of a positive male role model. Raymundo is xenophobic. Some of the show's fans came up with a theory that Ray and his children are xenophobic. For example, in one episode, the ocean shore is supposedly invaded by shoobies.
We've been invaded by shoobies!
This derogatory term is used for the people visiting the place at the peak of tourist season. But while they seem to be looking down on the visitors, it's actually the time of the year that presumably pays the majority of the Rocket family's bills. The kids don't learn to accept people from the outside that might be coming from a variety of backgrounds. This makes them despise the very people who provide so much of their business.
There's no escaping them!
These presumptions make Ray and the whole family look really backwards in a lot of ways, and the outlook on the life for Ray's kids is less than ideal, to say the least. Since all the xenophobic ideas have entirely settled in, they will have a hard time adjusting to any new place with people different from them. Thanks, Raymundo. Otto is deeply troubled. Many episodes show Otto learning his lesson, but he seems to revert back to being a hyper-competitive jerk shortly after. While he's supposed to be the fun main character, his actions could be interpreted as rude, lazy, and selfish. When Otto isn't being lazy, he finds trouble. Like going to look for Twister's camera during peak hurricane. Out of pure luck, the parents got there before they would drown and die. What's more, Otto mistreats his friends on a regular basis. and he contributes a lot to Sam's status as a nerdy misfit. Viewed through this lens, Otto is a deeply troubled kid who might even have a psychological disorder. Maybe Otto should be grounded for a week by his dad Raymundo.
I got it under control, Tito.
But what do you think? Do you have any dark theories about rocket power that we missed? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. But most importantly, stay wicked.